Be honest with yourself, brother. How many times have you given your all to a woman, your time, your energy, even your heart, only to watch her slip away? She leaves your messages on read, she cancels your plans, and worst of all, she chases after the man who barely even notices her. That reality stings. But here's the truth no one tells you. It's not about your looks. It's not about money, and it's definitely not about being the nice guy. Women aren't drawn to effort alone. They're drawn to psychology. Cold, unfiltered psychology. Harvard research revealed something shocking. 87% of women admitted the man they obsessed over was not the one who gave them the most attention, but the one who triggered the strongest emotional responses in their mind. That's the secret most men never learn. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. 5 deadly psychological triggers that awaken obsession at a subconscious level. These aren't cheesy pickup lines. They're not manipulative games. They're principles of human psychology, sharpened by Stoic masculinity. Once you master them, she won't just notice you. She'll feel pulled toward you in ways she can't explain and can't escape. So listen carefully, because if you're tired of being overlooked, tired of competing with other men and always losing ground, then lean in. What I'm about to reveal isn't just another lesson. It's the blueprint to becoming the man she can't stop thinking about. Trigger 1. The dopamine hook. Addicted to you. Brother, let me tell you a truth most men never realize. Women don't become obsessed with the man who gives them everything. They become obsessed with the man who makes them feel something they can't control. Think about it. Have you ever met a woman who, at first, barely noticed you? Yet within days, she's checking her phone every morning, hoping your name lights up her screen, canceling her own plans just to be near you, smiling every time she remembers something you said. That's not an accident. That's psychology. Here's why. The human brain is addicted not to certainty, but to unpredictability. Social media thrives on this principle. One swipe might show you something hilarious, the next might break your heart. That uncertainty spikes dopamine, the brain's own addictive chemical, and women's attraction follows the same pattern. Most men smother women with predictability, constant texts, instant replies, endless compliments. At first it feels nice, but soon it becomes dull, easy to ignore, replaceable. The Stoic man is different. He balances intensity with space. One night he creates an unforgettable experience. A walk under the stars, a conversation so deep she can't shake it. Then he withdraws into his mission, his discipline, his silence. And in that silence, her mind races. What's he doing? Why hasn't he called? Does he even think of me? That tension creates the hook. Emotional highs followed by moments of absence, intensity followed by discipline, presence followed by space. This rhythm builds a loop in her brain, and soon she's not just attracted, she's addicted. Here's the secret. Women don't obsess over men who chase. They obsess over men whose presence lingers even in their absence. Trigger 2. The scarcity magnet, chasing what's rare. There's a brutal truth about human nature. We do not chase what is easy to have. We chase what feels rare. Take the story of Ali. He met Mira at a wedding. The spark was instant. Laughter, long conversations, and late-night dancing. By the end of the evening, numbers were exchanged, and Ali felt he had finally found someone special. But instead of stepping back, Ali did what most men do. He made himself too available. Morning texts, constant replies within seconds, cancelled plans just to show up whenever she called. For 2 weeks, he gave her all his time and attention, and what happened? She faded. Messages slowed, or excuses appeared. Then, silence. Ali was left confused, wondering where he went wrong. Here's what he didn't know. Attention without scarcity loses all its value. Just like diamonds, it isn't their beauty that drives desire. It's their rarity. When a man communicates, even unconsciously, "I have nothing better to do than wait for you," he signals low value. And low value never creates attraction. 6 months later, Ali was different. He rebuilt his life, his health, his work, his purpose. When he saw Mira again, he didn't orbit her like a desperate planet. He was calm, present, but detached. He smiled, shared a few words, then walked away to meet friends. And this time, something changed. She noticed. She leaned in. She chased. Why? Because now Ali radiated value. His presence felt earned, not free. Scarcity breeds curiosity. Curiosity breeds desire. And desire, when left unanswered, grows into obsession. This is the lesson. Never give unlimited access to your time or attention. Build your world so fully that she must wonder what you're building, where you're going, who you're becoming. A man who respects his time forces her to respect it too. And that, brother, is the magnet she cannot resist. Trigger 3. The scarcity effect. Make her value your presence. Picture this. A man and a woman talk for weeks. The late-night texts, the inside jokes, the little pings that make the phone light up. It feels alive. But then something changes. He does what most men fear. He pulls back. 2 days of silence. No good morning, no constant check-ins. And suddenly, she notices the absence. She wonders, did I do something wrong? Why hasn't he reached out? Who has his attention now? And here's the paradox. Those 48 hours of silence made her think about him more than all the words he had sent before. Because scarcity creates value. The human brain is wired for it. When something is always available, it blends into the background. But when something rare disappears, our mind clings to it, magnifies it, desires it. This is the scarcity effect. It's why concert tickets feel priceless when only 3 remain. It's why attention becomes magnetic when it's not given freely. Women are no different. If you're always online, always liking, always replying instantly, you become predictable. And predictable is the enemy of desire. The Stoic man doesn't play childish games. He doesn't ignore out of spite. He simply lives with such purpose, his work, his growth, his mission, that he cannot always be available. His absence isn't a tactic. It's a byproduct of a full life, and that life makes his presence rare and therefore valuable. Here's the truth. When you stop orbiting her world, she begins to orbit yours. When your happiness is not tied to her replies, she respects you more. And when she feels that respect, attraction follows. Scarcity isn't manipulation, it's discipline. It's the quiet reminder that your time is precious, and anything precious is worth chasing. Trigger 4. The emotional roller coaster. This is the most dangerous psychological trigger, and if you master it, she'll think about you day and night. Let me take you back to Kabir and Sana's story. One evening, Kabir invited Sana to a rooftop restaurant with the city skyline glowing in the background. Instead of bragging about cars or money, he shared a childhood memory. The night his father drove him to a hilltop to watch shooting stars. That story melted her heart, because he wasn't just talking to her mind, he was speaking to her emotions. Here's the truth no one tells you. Women don't fall in love through logic. They fall in love through feelings, and that's what the emotional roller coaster is. Creating highs, lows, surprises, and intensity that make her feel alive around you. Kabir shared vulnerability. He surprised her with a Polaroid camera. Let's capture this moment and laugh at it 10 years later. He created playful tension. Guess my guilty pleasure snack. Get it wrong, and desserts are on you. Those emotional ups and downs linked Kabir to excitement, warmth, and happiness. Because here's the secret. The brain forgets words, but it never forgets emotions. 1,000 good morning texts fade away. But one magical night of laughter deep talks, and playful challenges stays forever. That's the emotional roller coaster. Safety one moment, surprise the next, curiosity again. And once her brain ties you to powerful emotions, it becomes powerful addiction. Trigger 5. The imprint effect. This is the final trigger, the one that separates ordinary men from the unforgettable. Kabir had already built mystery, scarcity, and created emotions Sana had never felt before. But his mentor's words echoed in his mind. If you want a woman to never forget you, give her an experience no other man can. Weeks later, Kabir invited Sana to a quiet old book cafe. No luxury, no showing off, just warmth, jazz, and the scent of old pages mixed with coffee. They spoke for hours, drifting into conversations about dreams and fears. Then Kabir leaned in and said softly, "I have a crazy idea, but you need to trust me." He led her to the rooftop where the stars stretched endlessly above. From his pocket, he pulled out a folded piece of paper and handed it to her. "Write down one dream you've never told anyone. Something you want to achieve before you die." She hesitated, then wrote. Kabir didn't peek, didn't ask. He simply folded it back and said, "We'll keep this safe. And the day you achieve it, I'll be the first to congratulate you." In that moment, Kabir did something no other man had. He imprinted himself into her memory. He wasn't chasing approval. He was creating a peak emotional moment she could never forget. Here's the psychology. Our brains don't hold on to routine. We forget the daily texts, the dinners, the small talk. But we always remember emotional peaks, our first kiss, our first heartbreak, the one night that changed everything. That's the imprint effect. Most men fail because they try to impress with money, gifts, or repetition. But women don't remember things. They remember feelings. If you want to be unforgettable, give her something unique. An inside joke only you two share. A hidden place only you take her. A ritual, a story, a memory that belongs only to you and her. When Sana thought of Kabir, she didn't just think of a man. She thought of the rooftop, the folded paper, the secret dream. And deep inside, she whispered to herself, "No one has ever understood me like he does." That's the power of the imprint effect. Don't just attract her. Leave your mark on her soul. Remember, attraction isn't about luck. It's about mastery. Apply these triggers and watch how the game changes. If this video gave you value, subscribe now and join us for more powerful lessons every week. Stay sharp, stay grounded, and I'll see you in the next one.